Can having a special need child put strain on a relationship or drive a relationship apart? That's today's topic, so let's get into it because I think it really needs to be discussed. Hey special family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Autism Mom, and on this channel we talk about autism and everything in between. If you like to be part of the family, click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Please, please, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 7,000 subscribers. I'm only 300 away, so I can do a giveaway. I would like to give away a special need pajama for a subscriber who can really use it for their kid. And I would like to give away a baby nest. I make them myself, and I would like to surprise a mom with that. Since this is a family channel, I think that's the right thing to do. I've never done a giveaway, so I'm super pumped about doing that. So please help me get to 7,000, please. Thank you. Okay, so I think this is a topic that isn't really discussed in the special need community, and there are a lot of families that have been torn apart because children with mental illnesses can put a great strain on their parents. We as special need parents, we live it every day. This is just firsthand, we know it. But this happens especially if their disorder, it manifests in the form of a tantrum or a meltdown or an aggression towards the parents, towards brothers and sisters, towards playmates or other family members, and now the parents have to keep that child isolated from all those people, so it can now really feel isolated for the parent itself because they can't go around other people. A disruptive child could look like the child is using up all the oxygen in the house because it leaves you with little time or energy for each other as parents. I went through that, and I had to figure out a way how to manage that, make time for my son, and include my partner so that no one get left behind. So sometimes parents, they disagree about the diagnosis of the child or the kind of treatment that the child needs. And the reason for that is that they know that something's wrong with the child, but they don't want to believe that something's wrong with the child. Remember when I was talking about acceptance? This is where it comes in. One parent might see like there's something wrong with this child, while the other parent is like, not my child. There's nothing wrong with our child. You seeing things. And that can bring an argument or a rift. Sometimes one parent is obsessed with helping the child and the other parent just feels left out. That results in marital problems. That's I think you guys can comment below and help me out on this, because I think that's one of the first-hand problems that happen, is that one parent takes up all the problems, and then the other parent feels left behind. And this is critical with parents who have kids with ADHD, autism, OCD, any type of serious psychiatric disorder. You need to get that child treatment as soon as possible. But it's also why, as parents, you must not lose sight of your marriage itself, and don't let it become a casualty of a child's illness. Both parents are needed in this situation. Both parents play a very important role when it comes to this child's safety, what this child needs for progression in life, for medical necessity. Both parents play a role. And often you get more stoic and less emotional parents, and that's usually the man. Let's just put it out there. My special need families out there know it's like that. In my relationship, it's like that. I am the grieving, more openly type of person. I'm the mom, and I'm You tell me one thing is wrong with my child. Let's say Ramsey has autism, and now you're like, oh, and he also has OCD. Oh my God, my son has OCD. He already has autism. Why does he have OCD? And his dad is like, okay, so yeah, he has autism and he has OCD. So what can we do to fix it? Let's look at things we can do to help him so that we can fix it. He's not gonna sit there and be like, oh, my son has OCD now on top of... No, that's something I would do. But that doesn't mean that his dad doesn't care. He's less emotional. We're women, we're more into our feelings. So his dad deals with it on a different level. Now that can be taken into, can be seen in the wrong way, because to some people it will always almost look like the dad doesn't care, when that's not the case. He just is less emotional. Very often, mothers, yes, us mothers, we go into overdrive. Every waking moment gets devoted to learning more about, in my case, autism. What's going on with autism? What does he need for autism? Which services do I need to find? Which mothers can I connect with? In my case, I connect with y'all. Y'all my special need family. I don't have a community. You guys are my community. And we got our comment section back. How cool is that? Help your girl out. Comment down below. You know I love to interact. But it becomes really consuming. It becomes so consuming at the point that couples get divided. It's just true, they get divided. The divide can get wider with the demands of care that the child needs. I usually see a division of labor, because the therapy needs and providing care for that child are greater than those of a typical developing child. One child with special need might need a minimum of 3 therapies. Do you know what that means? You're running from John to Harry to Luke all in 1 week. Yeah. And sometimes one parent takes over the responsibility and manage it just by themselves. In my case, Dad works overseas, so I am the one running this ship, making sure therapies are in order, this household is in order, bills are in order. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to do it. That doesn't mean that Dad doesn't care. Dad is working overseas, so my son and I can live a life here. If it wasn't for him, he's not involved 24/7, but he makes sure he calls every day, FaceTime, talk to his son every day. He makes sure bills are paid. He makes sure we'll go to line. I'm just the better one at managing this stuff. I'm just the one that goes into, I'm going to go do research about this autism thing. What does he need? I'm going 100 in. That's just the way I'm set up, because I think I'm the mom. Okay, so, but all of this, it can lead to difficulties in marriages, because some people don't look at it like that. Because the one parent is more invested in it than the other parent, it can send out a mixed signal that the other parent doesn't care, and that sets up all kinds of difficulties in the marriage. So what can you do to maintain a strong relationship and do the best for your child? I would say prioritize your relationship. First, protect your marriage by creating space for it. Don't be so consumed into autism, or whatever special need you have going on. Devote 20 minutes a day where you can only focus on each other, and there's no talk about autism. There's no talk about the special need child. If y'all just want to talk about beers, it's fine. If y'all just want to talk about the sky, the weather, the excellent restaurant you're in because you planned a date night, the good food that's in front of you. But focus even 20 minutes or a date night a week. 20 minutes a day just to talk about something other than that. And then once a week, maybe a date night to get your mind right and let your partner feel that he's included. You're making time for him. It's absolutely crucial for couples to take a break from the challenging of parenting a special need child. And then you need that time to see each other as people. Like, we're still human. We're still in this together. So take a second, take a break from the whole autism or whatever you have going on and focus on each other as two human beings. Another thing I would say is if couples with typical developing children need things like date nights to keep their relationship alive, parents of children who are really, really needy or disruptive, they need and deserve it more than a regular couple. You guys are out there front street head on, day in, day out. Sometimes the kids don't sleep through the night. You have sleepless nights. You're making sure therapies are gone to. You're making sure school is in order. You're making sure behaviors don't disrupt your household. You're doing it all. So a date night for you two, it would benefit you a whole lot. Another key point, I'll say point number 2, that prioritize your relationship will be point number 1. Get on the same page about the diagnosis is point number 2. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up. Protect your marriage as well as your child. One is not more important than the other. They're both important. And the way you can do that is by getting a diagnosis you both trust. Because sometimes there's one parent that here's the diagnosis from one provider or one specialist and they don't trust it. It still doesn't sit right with them. You as the parent that do agree that there's something wrong, sit with that parent, talk to them. Okay, well, which doctor do you trust? Do you want us to try somebody else? Would you like us to get like a second opinion? Have that discussion. Do that. When you're not confident that you know what's behind the child disruptive behavior or dysfunctional behavior, you can be confident in the you cannot be confident in the treatment that the child is getting, because remember, they already have mistrust that this child might not have what you think that child have. Then on top of that, they're not gonna trust whoever's saying what they're saying. So you need to get them to that comfort point, so that both of you need to identify the behavior that you're worried about and the behavior that's causing problems for your child, and you both need to participate in the decisions about your child, in what treatment your child is gonna get. You both play a big and huge role in that. So once you unite on that front, I think it will be a smoother ride from there. Point number 3 is present a united front. Your marriage will be much better. Your child will do much better with positive reinforcement for desired behavior and predictable consequences for undesired behavior. What does that mean? Kids with autism, I can only use autism as an example because that's all I know. Like structure. If they do something that's not within what's okay with your household, you both need to be on the same line when it comes to consequences. You can't give him a candy for having a meltdown and throwing down everything in the house while his mother puts him in time out. You see where the disruption comes in? Because you're confusing that child. They don't know which, is it a good behavior, is it a bad behavior? Which one is it? Because I got rewarded and I got punished at the same time. So you guys need to form a united front when it comes to that. If the child does do a good behavior that is expected of that child, you as parents need to have a united front on what treat that child is going to get for doing a good behavior. I hope you understand. You can catch my drift. And for punishment, you also need to be on the same page so that this child understands what's going on. Because remember, they like structure. You can't be changing up stuff like this is all willy-nilly. No, it doesn't work like that. With autism, it's this line and this is the only line they're seeing. You can't be put in side streets. It's not gonna work. You need to have that one line. Point number 4, appreciate each other's effort. Parents may need to rethink their roles in the relationship so that one parent is not exclusively taking care of all the responsibilities. Couples who are raising kids with disabilities, they feel depleted most of the time. Take it from me. Can I get a witness? When one parent does all the caregiving, it automatically seems like the other parent is not doing anything, because they're sitting there like, I'm doing all this stuff. What are you doing? Like, are you going to help me? So sharing the responsibilities and giving credit for effort can help make you feel more like a team. In my household, yes, I do most of it because the hubby works overseas, but when he's home, he takes over. We split it so that it's divided and we feel more like a team, and that works for us. It helps me out a whole lot because I don't feel so stressed and drained, but splitting it up helps a whole lot. So moms, because we're the one that made me do it, take advantage of that. Split it up. Take a load off your shoulder, and it'll bring more joy to your relationship and lessen the strain. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video.